They're not single because they want to be single. They're single because they don't want to be with women. They can't be with who they want to be with. Stop chasing these men. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Alright guys, go and check out this compilation video. Here we go.
I don't know who needs to hear this. That's not true. I know exactly who needs to hear this. Women over the age of 40, 45, definitely older than that. You need to hear this. Men think that at any stage of life, if they don't have children, if they've never been married, it is a badge of honor. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. After dating men who are over the age of 45, never been married, never had children, my perspective, I'm not saying all, I don't know all men. I don't want to know all men. The ones that I have met though fall into a few categories. I'm not sure you want to go down this road. You do, Godspeed. God be with you. Prayers, thoughts, all of that. You're gonna need it. 1, they are severely attached, emotionally, financially, in some cases, attached to their mothers. The enmeshment it knows no bounds. Enmeshment is ridiculous. That is the real reason why they have never married. Because their mothers have taught them that the only woman that's good enough for them is them. Mothers have taught them the only woman who's ever going to really love them and appreciate them and give them what they want in life is them, their mothers. Pass. Hard ass pass. Hardest of passes. Number 2, men who have not been able to admit or come out of the closet or admit that they prefer men.
I knew it was coming. It's only a matter of time before they try to deploy the shaming tactics to knock you off your square. So the way I'm viewing this video, it's rage bait. It just has to be. Because if you're a man out here reckless with your seed, had a whole bunch of kids by a whole bunch of different baby moms, some of these modern women love to say like black men are in jail and they're no good, this, that, and the third. So you're actually building yourself up, staying out of trouble, getting it out the mud or building up your assets, what have you, protecting your peace. They can't stand it. They can't stand it because as a high value, high productive, high capable man, you're kind of looking at the landscape when it comes to dating. And you're realizing they don't make women like they used to, okay? Especially in the West. When you compare women maybe 30, 40 years ago plus, yeah, it's a whole different ballgame, right? So you're not about to jeopardize what you've built up just to say that you're in a relationship or you're married, right? It has to make sense when you're choosing a woman to make sure that you're protecting yourself and you're not just dealing with any woman, right? Because choosing a poor partner is detrimental, especially for a man, right? Because women have the law on their side, they have society on their side. And as a man, no one is coming to save you, right? You actually have to have your head on a swivel out here and make sure you're making the right moves, right? So guys that have built themselves up, they have options. They have options, and modern women can't stand it.
Could be religious, cultural, social combination. There's a reason why they've not been able to live their authentic lives since they've just been single for a long time and hard to attach. They're not single because they want to be single. They're single because they don't want to be with women. They can't be with who they want to be with. Stop chasing these men. You're barking up the wrong tree. If you want a lavender marriage, by all means have that. Just know you're sauntering into a lavender marriage. Number 3, men who have a God complex. They genuinely think they're too good for women. They also have this Madonna whore complex thing going on. They want you to be perfect, unsullied, even though you're in your 40s, 50s, whatever. Don't have children, never been married. Child, you're late. You missed her perfection years, and you sure enough took advantage of other women's perfection years. Now you still want to find perfection in your 40s and 50s? Really? Sir, those are the men who say, oh, I'm real picky. I just like things a certain way. No, sir. You are emotionally unavailable and probably financially unavailable too. They're probably cheap, my experience. Emotionless, detached. Girl, move on. I'm not saying all men are this way. After 45, 40 even, being never married and having no children, not the flex you thought it was, sir, in your 20s and 30s. All right? You gotta grow up. All right, love you, bye.
Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Feel free to pause the video, chime in below. I do want to take a look at some of the comments here from the fellas here. Let's take a look. First comment says, this level of projection is hilarious. Absolutely. Next comment says, men, don't fall for it. The oldies are getting desperate. Now they are trying to shame men into commitment. They're literally trying to put you into a full Nelson, right? They're trying to twist your arm and put you in a headlock for you to commit to these types of modern women. And you know, the verbiage and rhetoric here in this video is definitely not working. But let's keep going here. It says, this is why I won't date. Not worth it. She would destroy your peace.
The money that you're spending for a dating event, you can take that money and go to happy hour. You can take that money and go to an actual event. You can take that money and do anything else besides going to an event where you know 9 times out of 10 there's going to be 80 women and 2.5 men. If I was a man and I was looking to build my roster in like record time, I would buy a ticket to one of those dating events. You know why? Because the women there are giving very much, I'm gonna say it, desperate. Men are not going to dating events.
Yeah, so here's the problem with that logic. And I do agree with her. I mean, the women there are desperate. But they, in their minds, don't think that they're desperate, right? They think that they're still the cream of the crop. They're actually viewing the men there to be desperate. So the women that are still going to these dating events, they still think that they're 9s and 10s, right? That's the problem. So I hear what she's saying here. I think if you were maybe a guy that's pretty much desirable across the board, okay, you're over 6 feet tall, 6-pack, 6 figures, yeah, maybe, just maybe, that might be a good idea if you're trying to build a roster. But for the average guy that's, you know, 5'6", 5'7", that's probably not going to be a good idea, right? Because again, the women there that are going there, although they're desperate, are thinking that they're special.
Because it's too easy to get a girl anyway. And if they are going to dating events, trust me, it's not for the same intentions that you're going there for. And y'all are spending money for tickets for these dating events that you know is going to be more women there. Like, if you're a lesbo, just say that. Like, that's cool. But if you're going there really looking for a man, absolutely not. Take the money that you were going to use for that ticket, go level yourself up, buy some new makeup, buy a new dress, get a walking pad, go to happy hour, go to some other type of events that have men that are just naturally going to be there, that you can naturally just talk to, not with the intentions of dating. You have the intentions of dating and meeting someone, but he's going there just to have a good time. So that way it feels more organic, you know? And I promise you will have a much better experience.
Yeah, so I hear what she's saying, but the problem is men aren't really approaching women anymore, right? I mean, that ship has sailed in regards to, you know, majority men approaching women. There's probably going to be a small amount of men still approaching women out here. But again, the majority aren't.
The girl that went viral for mocking men's mental health has now deleted all of her social medias. So in her video, she says, "Me, when it's time to take a moment of silence for men's mental health." And she is screaming throughout the entire video, meaning she doesn't care at all about men's mental health. And she received so much backlash that she went ahead and deleted every single social media that she has. It became so bad that she deleted her entire TikTok, her entire Instagram, and everyone found out who her friends and family were and started messaging them, trying to get in touch with that girl. This is that girl's sister right here, who even made a post saying that she has nothing to do with it and she really hasn't even seen the video. People were commenting, "No disrespect to you or your family, but please get your sister under control," to which she responded, "She deleted her entire social media presence, so I'd say she's under control now." And like this person said, "You are fine. It'll pass for you, but I'm sorry we received these messages. Your sister, however, will have this issue for a very long time."
As she should. As she should. Right? But the problem here is I'm not viewing this really as justice, because she just ran away. She just deleted all of her social media. 2-3 months from now, people will probably forget about it. And then she'll pop back up with another account, right? And continue making the same type of misandrous content. right? Because you got to understand, there's definitely a following out there, especially on TikTok, where women genuinely hate men, right? There's definitely a cult following there where women hate men. So the sad part is there's a demand for influencers to show misandry towards men. So I'm not really viewing this as justice. This is definitely a win for now, but it's only a matter of time before she pops back up.
It is not quirky or funny to publicly admit that your emergency contact is your boyfriend or husband who is deeply incompetent and irresponsible. It is wildly concerning to me to see all of the women that are under the sound that are saying, ladies and gentlemen, my emergency contact, and he is doing the most outlandish type of behavior.
Your back's gotta be pretty sore from doing all that reaching. Like, there's no way you didn't grow 3 inches. It has got to be very exhausting trying to turn every single moment into a think piece on hating men. This is a very harmless trend, women posting their partners doing something goofy and captioning it my emergency contact. That's literally the joke. But you've somehow managed to try and turn it into some kind of deep commentary about incompetence and irresponsibility based off of a 5-second clip. You deduced that about someone from a 5-second clip. Be so for real. God forbid women actually feel safe and secure in their relationships. God forbid they actually have a dynamic where they can joke around with their partner. But no, you had to make it about how awful men are because he tripped over his own feet in a TikTok. If you are mad that you can't participate in the trend, then just say that. Because your username being your boyfriend's worst nightmare and your bio saying let men rot make it pretty clear where you stand. Maybe this just isn't the space for you. By all means, keep trying to suck the fun out of everything while we are out here actually enjoying our relationships.
Absolutely. These types of chicks, they're miserable as hell. Yeah, their whole life is a shit show.
Y'all didn't know that the vast majority of Instagram models sell box? Y'all gotta wake up, babe. First of all, they're IG models. They're not signed to an agency. And even actual modeling agencies are a gateway into selling box. That's why Kanye released that video about yachting, because even people like Hailey Bieber, even people like Kendall Jenner, and the list goes on and on and on, have been seen on yachts with rich dudes. And they're not all like buddy friends from college. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta wake up. What's really getting y'all up and confused is believing that these girls have legit businesses. Oh, I have a link in my bio. You know, shop at my boutique. Buy hair from my boutique. Or I'm in law school. Or I do real estate. Or I'm da 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 da.
Come on, really? Like, we're still falling for this? Right? I thought this was public information.
Y'all stop. Stop being so naive. Stop believing everything that is told to you. Most of these girls can't even keep a business actually running and profitable past 2 years, let alone 5 years. You know who I'm talking about. Okay? You know why? Because they don't really make money like that. They make money doing other stuff. I'm really going to expose it. Since y'all want to come from me and be like, no, such and so is a lawyer. She's not a lawyer. No actual law student has that kind of free time to post photos all day and to take photo ops and get their hair and makeup professionally done for said photo ops. They're fucking studying. Law school is very, very rigorous. So stop believing what these girls tell you. It's just like the local pharmacist in the neighborhood who runs a car wash, or who just, you know what I'm saying, they own a laundromat, but they're really using it to wash money. Like whoever runs Mattress Firm, they own Mattress Firm, but they really like don't sell enough mattresses to justify having Mattress Firm. Like, there's so much dirty business that's going on all around you, but y'all don't notice it because y'all are asleep. And then when somebody calls you out, you call them a hater. Babe, I'm not a hater because I'm not dumb. Like, my actual day job is working with numbers. I'm not stupid. I know when is lying. So, no, you're not in law school if you have that kind of free time. You're not running a real profitable boutique if you have all day to wear designer clothes that you don't sell at your boutique, and you're always on vacation, popping bottles, throwing ass on a fucking couch, smoking hookah. Y'all wake up. People are laundering money, and they make the most money from their box selling business. Wake up.
All right, guys, so there you have it. I mean, she said it towards the ending. Hookah and crab legs, bottomless mimosas, and other sugary drinks. Okay, Don Julio, tequila, and so on. I'm just saying. So they are laundering coochie money. Coochie money. They're laundering coochie money through the Shopify link in the bio. It's just crazy that, you know, hey, some of these chicks out here are gullible, unfortunately. And you know, you do have some women out here that will actually want to be these individuals that are actually selling coochie on the low. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. But hey, let me know what you guys think about this one. Give me some feedback, and until next time.